I should probably go to my Twitch channel. So it is time to work on the finishing up of Katana, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I think I will have my channel on me soon. I'm hosting someone else, and so then it takes a little while for it to update to me on my channel. But for whoever is here, I'm sorry that I'm not acknowledging you. I didn't see you. Okay, now I can see my page. Woot. All right, so Katana is in need of finishing. Shane, hello. I hope you're doing good. Okay. I'm really excited about wrapping this one up because I need to turn her over tomorrow at Edmonton Expo in the afternoon. I'm doing great, thank you. So because I need to turn this one over tomorrow, I'm trying to get it wrapped up today. And then I just have packing for the show, all the laundry, because I have 3 kids, so it's a lot of laundry, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm working on all the things right now, but I'm really excited to get this one finished, and then it's one more down off of my wait list for commissions, which is awesome! Because my commission wait list is out of hand. I have let it sit for too long, and really the way that I've been handling commissions is I take no money up front, so even though there is a bit of a wait, it is at least no one has any money sitting with me, so that helps. But secondly, of course, I've kind of saved commissions for free time whenever I have a spare minute. I'm realizing that that never happens, and as such, I need to start scheduling in wrapping up all the commissions that I have taken. So that is where I'm at right now. Hey, Mike. Hey, Hectic. Hey, Levi. Juan is here. Sebastian is here. Hello, everyone. Yes, it is better that commissions are out of hand. It's just I feel bad. I know that a lot of people are waiting to get on my commission list. There are a lot of people that have been sitting on my commission list for a very long time, and I don't feel very good about that. So yes, I do consider commissions, or I have considered commissions kind of like my side work to do if I have time. But it's been too long of a wait for everybody, so that's why I'm actually scheduling them in to get them done. Oh, sorry, Mike. Oh no, Nick. So many ads, that sucks. All right. So what I'm doing is my little cheat where I plan out the blacking, because this is basically a satin bomber jacket. Silk satin, something like that. It's just shiny, thin material. It's not leather, it's not latex, it's one of the other ones, right? I mean, you see these kind of bomber jackets around a lot. So you probably know what I mean. I believe it's a satin material. Rogerio, hello! So, as such, it's not handled exactly the same as latex in how I color it, but in how I plan it, I am kind of looking at it as the same type of material. And so what I do, just to make it easier on myself, is I'll sketch out where I'm going to be putting the darkest lines like this. So I'm using a 0.9 millimeter pencil, and I'm just kind of scribbling it out. And until I feel a little bit more comfortable with just understanding latex completely and leather, this is sort of one of my stages that I'm in right now. And it's helped me to not shy away from doing commissions that do require latex and leather and all of that stuff until I set up my own style that I'm really comfortable with. Like, some artists are just freaking mind-blowing when how they do leather and latex. Like, 2 words for you, Adam Hughes. Holy shit. He is so good at it. And the way that he does leather and latex are like, honestly, when you look at it and you try to understand, it's very simple in its base nature, but then it's not. And you know what, guys? I've been waiting for a FedEx person to come pick up my box, and they're here now. So we are going to have a little break. I'll be right back. I have to go answer the door. I'm kind of back, kind of not. Yes, it's the FedEx guy is here and I have to print out one more thing. Oh my God. The worst. Dan can keep you all company. I'm so sorry, everybody. And he apologized for being late, but still, this sucks. Okay, I'm gonna run. Yes, I am printing right now. I will be right back, everyone. Okay, I've been running all over the place. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I have a ginormous desk and there's still not enough room. I'm back! I ran! So yeah, I'm gonna be out of breath for just a minute, which will tell you all how sorely out of shape I am. It's a real problem. Okay, so I was telling you guys how Adam Hughes is just like latex goals right there. He is amazing. Since I'm not Adam Hughes, bummer, this is how I'm setting it up to get myself into that stage where I am more comfortable with leather and latex and doing all of that. So long story short, this is my interim cheat. All right. I'm trying to see if there is anyone else. Oh, Scott. Hello. There we go. Her pants are pretty much like black jeans. So I don't need to worry a ton about shine. They're gonna be quite flat. Nothing in art is a cheat if it gets done. That's my perspective. Aw, you're awesome. And hello, Devin. Now this outfit seems to have a bit of a blue undertone. It's not completely black leather or latex. It seems almost more like it's a really dark navy colored satin jacket. So then it shows up as black in a lot of places, but in the highlight it's actually navy. So I'm gonna try to pick one of my darker markers. And I don't think I have my hex chart here with me. It's downstairs, packed. Classic. Oh, Tyler is here, and Sebastian, you like the flower on the jacket. I do too. I can't take credit for it though. That was part of the Suicide Squad costume designer's awesomeness. All right, so I don't have my hex chart with me, which is my usual cheat sheet thingy, but this is a very nice dark blue. It's B39 Prussian blue. So I'm going to show you guys right here. Actually, I can use this little piece of paper. And Copic marker goes lighter as it dries, so this one's probably good. It's a decent contender, and this is why I use my hex chart, so that I don't have to test markers constantly to decide on the color. And then there's this one. So this one has a little bit more of like a green undertone, and this one is a lot more purple. And I'm just trying to decide. I think I'm actually gonna go with the one that's more of the green undertone, this guy, and work from there. I think. Ooh, yeah, that's way too purple. And then I'm going to use my cool gray markers to blend into it. Or I might just not try to be too fancy and go with cool gray with everything. Because cool gray has a bluish undertone, and I know I struggled a little bit with what's her name's jacket. Black Canary's jacket was also like a navy blue, and it was a little bit more challenging to try to get that color. So in the end, I kind of was thinking it might have been smarter for me to not try to get a color in there and actually just make it the cool grays. So I think I'm gonna get smart this time and just do cool grays. You know what, Devin, it probably does a little bit, but at the same time, I believe that Copic markers are archival, so I don't think it's that bad. So I haven't remade my hex chart. I'm just still using that one, and it hasn't been a problem. Well, it's not laminated, Devin, what it is, I mean, Nick, it's in a top loader. That's all I have it in right now, so I'm not as fancy as you thought I was, and I apologized for that. Laminating it would be a good idea. The thing is that glue in the lamination instantly darkens everything. So think of like, take a printed magazine, for instance, and slap a piece of tape on it and look at the difference in color where the tape is and where there's no tape. It'll be a lot darker where the tape is. Aw, sorry, Mike. All right, so I am going to do the cool grays on her jacket. If in the end I want to add some color back in, I'll use colored pencil. She can't add new markers. She has a problem. Too many markers. All right, let's give this a shot and see if the cool gray works. And I think the thing that will be nice about this is that the pants that she's wearing are flat black, so I'll use the toner gray for those, and then you'll clearly see the difference between both versions, because this will look a lot more blue up against the toner gray. I don't need all of those markers. I'm just gonna try C6. So I'm using C4, C6, and C9, and they're the cool gray markers. And the white highlights on this particular jacket are not that big. They're more just little tiny pops of highlights in random places. It's mostly a mixture of like shadow and midtone. Oh, hey! The Otaku Ghoul. I'm doing great, how are you? And Gabriel is here, yay! So I posed some delays in the holiday cover. I sent it off for flats the day that I left for Cincinnati Comic Expo. And then while I was waiting at the airport, I looked at the scan and I realized there were a few things I wanted to fix. Come in.
I got you a Reese's thing.
Oh my God.
I'm so nice, I know.
You are so nice. Guys, this is my daughter Vienna. She doesn't want to be on camera, but she brought me a Reese's drink. Aww, that is so sweet. I'm gonna cry.
He's about to come in.
Let him in, that's fine. I'm gonna cry. That is so sweet. Sweet.
Just a hot chocolate, oh my god.
I know, it makes me so happy though. Aw. She's such a sweetheart. So that is my 13-year-old daughter, Vienna. Oh, and Sherlock is coming to say hello. I don't know if people can see him. Let me see. Let me see. Wait. Pull him back up. See, you can see yourself there.
Ooh, that's me.
Yes. So just bring him over a little bit more this way.
Here.
There's Sherlock. Yes, Mommy loves you. Your birthday kiss.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm hungry. Bye. I'll leave him here. Ugh.
Oh no, she's so sweet. It's Reese's hot chocolate. I know. She's so sweet. Thank you, Vienna.
Don't bite me. Excuse you.
That is a very big ball of fluff. It's very large. Yes. Aw. Okay. Such sweethearts. Have you tried the Reese's hot chocolate, Nick? If you haven't, you gotta. It's so good. And if you bring your own cup, it's only 50 cents. Aw, your Frosty Forest heart. Aw. I could not be any happier right now. I'm so happy. Woohoo! So I might need to put a little bit more darkness and shadow on this side because this is the part not near the light. Oh, you have to, Nick. They are so good. And my guess is that they're only for like Halloween time and then they're gonna be gone. So you definitely need to motivate yourself to a 7-Eleven like a good 10-year-old. You have a Reese's O. Henry? You always have so many yummy snacks, Nick. And it's a long walk from the bus stop, so she carried that for a long time. Long walk, part of gift. All right, so that one's done. I'm gonna just go ahead and do all the C9, which is the marker I'm using right now, because I tend to like to do that where I'll use everything that I need the one marker for and then switch to the other one. Maybe it's laziness. Yeah, you do, Mike. For real. They're so yummy. And if you bring your own cup, it's so, so cheap. Not like anyone's really gonna, you know, squabble over $1 or $1.50, but still. So funny, when you're just doing the plain blacking, depending on where it is and how the cloth is folding, it can kind of look like a cow pattern. Yeah, you need to. And something I really love about a lot of these kind of jackets, some leather jackets, some bomber jackets, is usually the interior lining of the jacket has a really fun color. So I can't see if there's a special color on the inside of hers, so I might just pick one for this little spot right here. seriously? How can there not be a 7-Eleven in Canada? They're everywhere. I find that so confusing. Yeah, there's hundreds here in Calgary too. So many. Just everywhere. I realized I probably should have left more of this section white. But I can do a little cheat at the very end and just use a little bit of colored pencil, hopefully, to bring in a little bit more of a pop of white right there, because I want white kind of going all the way down this side of her body. So that's my bad, and I think I should be able to fix that. Oh, there's 3. Yay. Is there any close to you? Oh, then it's not worth it, Devin. It's just if it's like on your way, or in my case, like literally right where I pick up the kids from the school bus every day. It's a good thing that I like strictly fast in the mornings. Like I have nothing except for, the only thing that I have in the morning is black coffee or my tea with stevia in it. So that is it. I keep my caloric intake under 50 calories until noon, strictly. So, except for show days where I have yummy coffees. So every morning when I'm there to drop off the kids, it's like not a question. I don't have coffees in the morning that are yummy like that. So that's why, you know, I'm not like going completely hog wild and just having like a face covered in pimples. Oh, you like the cheat fixes? Oh, thanks, Gabriel. You're a morning faster as well? Oh, that's awesome. One thing I would like to try, okay, there's 2 things I'd like to try actually. A long time ago, I really went through a colored paper phase, like tonal paper, and I was doing commissions with just black on tonal paper and then white highlights, and it was amazing. And this was like in 2013 that I was really into it. And then I got more into Copic markers and started just switching to straight white paper. But in talking about the Witchblade commission. I think that tonal paper is going to work really well for that one, and just in general, I'd like to pick it back up again and start using it. And some people use charcoal white pencil to do the white highlights. Now, some people have said that it's more complicated to work with and not really worth it, but then other people have said, you know, it's amazing. So I might just try it for myself. You know, some things some people hate and others love. It's a real personal preference thing when it comes to art supplies. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be buying myself some white charcoal and some tonal paper, and I'm gonna see how this goes. Oh, thank you, Mike. Like the Necro editions. The Necro editions were actually done with silver Sharpie. Now, I love metallic Sharpie markers, but I hate the silver marker. It never works. It's just like, I've maybe run across one or between 1 and 3 silver Sharpie markers in my 7 years of using metallic markers all the time to sign books that actually worked. They just blow. That being said, I absolutely love the gold and especially the bronze Sharpie markers, the metallic ones for signing books. Those ones, the bronze one is my go-to. To me, I feel like it lasts the longest, looks the best, really shows up on all types of paper. But the silver ones, ooh, I don't like them. Yeah. So, that was with the silver Sharpie marker, and like I said, they are problematic. It's something with the metallic bits. If the silver ones, they just gum up the marker and the marker dies after like 2 uses. It's the worst. So that one was a little bit more complicated, but I did do a little, I used some white colored pencil to try to do a quick sketch underneath because on black paper you couldn't see anything, and there was a bit of a sheen to it because the black ink was printed on the paper. It wasn't an actual black piece of paper. I think it got a much more rich looking black that way. So those ones were a challenge, but in the end I actually found that they were a really good like mini introduction to doing remarks in general, because like I've told you guys, remarks have been something I've avoided for a very long time. So that got me into, that was like baby steps and dipping my toe in the water, and then the Batman remarks were like a full dive bomb into the deep end of the pool. Thank you, Gabriel. Well, I think they did really good at scanning them, and I happen to have one good silver Sharpie, and that one worked for all 4 or 8 or however many of those that I ended up doing. So Brian actually gave me some blank Necro blanks that are like my copies that I can draw whatever I want on. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I will for sure. You know, I'm saving all these little goodies that I get from Brian and from people, like my comps and stuff. I'm saving a bunch of them for the Christmas contest. Whatever it ends up being, I want to make it really special for everybody this year. So if you are not on my email list, get on my email list, because those are the people that will find out about the Christmas contest and whatever goodies we give away today. I mean today. For Christmas. I have caught smooth, Devin. Love it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Christmas contest this year. I think it's gonna be fun and maybe even better than last year's. We'll have to see. Were you part of the Christmas contest this last year, Gabriel? There's marked improvement. Thank you, Nick. You guys are awesome. All right, so first things first, You weren't? Okay, well, then you can be part of it this year, and that's awesome. So if you aren't familiar with what it is, last year was the first year that we did it, right? And what I did, since commissions and me are a whole, you know, unhappy bedfellow at the moment, I did win a commission from me for Christmas. As you know, I am a holiday nut job. I love it. And so I wanted to give something to everyone on my email list for Christmas. And so, oh, you only discovered 6 months ago. Oh, 6-month anniversary, woot! Thank you for finding me, Gabriel. So yeah, what it is at Christmas time, there's a contest, and it's basically a raffle. So kind of like the Twitch raffle, but a little bit longer running than the raffles here. Yes, Silk was the first prize winner for this last Christmas one. And you can win, first prize is a 11 by 17 commission, fully colored, full body, $1,500 value. And then the second prize last year was a bust on an 8.5 by 11 character of your choice. And then I did a bunch of giveaways of other stuff that I happen to have. So this year we haven't made any plans on exactly what we're gonna do, but I think that pretty much it's understood that first prize winner gets a full 11 by 17 commission for Christmas. Yeah. So the contest is generally run over the month of November, and then I do the draw December 1st and on Facebook Live. Yay, I'm glad you think it's awesome. So anyway, we'll come up with the rules and everything like that later on, but I am squirreling away stuff that I think might be good for like the 4th, 5th prize winners, because I think we did 5 prizes. Cosplay program for free creative license. You know, I actually haven't, RS Bernard, but I did have someone who it was worked out that I was gonna do a commission for them off of a cosplay picture, and then I would of course credit back to the cosplay girl and all of that stuff. The cosplayer. So I'm fine with it, but I have to be honest with you, what was I gonna say? Likenesses are not my forte. So it's kind of if you like the pose, if you like the character that she's cosplaying, and if she's cool with being drawn, that's great, but I make zero promises that it's actually gonna look like the cosplayer, because I'm not a portrait artist by any means. Yes, hopefully it will be a fun contest. And last year we had so many people on the contest thing. This year we're gonna come up with a way that it should be a little bit more fair. Not necessarily that it wasn't fair, but there was just, the competition was steep and your chances were small. So this time hopefully we'll find a way that people who are really interested can actually get on there. And I'm not saying that everybody who won was not interested. They are awesome people and I totally recognize them, have met them before, you know, all those amazing things. But still. Anyway, I'm yammering on about it because I'm excited. Oops, I've been shushed. I have been officially shushed. What? Okay, no more talking from me. At least about that. No. Are the special projects and the Christmas day? I don't understand what you mean, Devin. You're welcome, Gabriel. I am the world's worst at keeping those kind of secrets. If it has something to do with like what I'm working on and I give myself permission to talk, it's very difficult to stop. So we leave tomorrow morning for Edmonton. I'm so excited. I really need to post my table number and all the information for the wonderful people that are coming by to see me. He felt a spillage coming on. Lol. Dan knows me very well. So yeah, I'm gonna be there all weekend long. Yes, you'll get all the info. And I'm at P1 for anyone who is coming to the Edmonton show who's on here. And Kara, who on here, her name is Boopley Quinn, is going to be my booth babe helper for the weekend. So I'm super excited. So I'm kind of in the process of packing clothes for myself and then packing some outfits for Kara. See if there's anything of mine she would like to wear. The catch is I'm considerably taller, so I have a feeling a lot of my stuff is going to be too big on her. I'm taller and bigger. But she says she's okay with wearing a few sizes too big. Lol. Hooray for Boop, that's right. I have Boop help. Yeah, I heard it's supposed to snow. I know, Nick, I'm so sad. You're not my booth babe this time. It's okay, there's always Calgary. All right, now I'm going to use the tonal markers for her pants. Where is, here's T5. Oh, Anthony is here. Hello, Anthony. Whoop, whoop. Her hair being blank was kind of bugging me. I actually had every intention of doing her pants now, but screw it. I need to fix her hair. Well, not fix it, but get it colored because the blank hair was kind of starting to drive me nuts. Yes, Gabriel. I'm gonna do New York Comic Con next year, and then I'm doing Baltimore next week. But I don't know if that counts New England. How's the cover on that blank? Oh, you know what? It's really, really good. That's Jason, right? Primetime Comics? Yes, it's super good. I'm really happy with it. I would not say no to this one ever. It's awesome. I'm generally quite happy with DC blanks. They do really well. Oh, that's too far south. Sorry then, Gabriel. I did Niagara Falls on the Canadian side this year. But yeah, mostly New York, and that's next year. Hi, Jason. So yeah, I would say that this is a very, very good blank. If you're getting anybody to do Copic marker work with this one, I recommend it. Most blanks have just slight issues with like the marker pulling some of the ink and stuff. This one has not. I am loving it. Yeah, we did. We tried to get into Boston, didn't work. And then we also tried to get into DC for AwesomeCon, and I never got an answer back. Next year. Oh, that's awesome, Gabriel. Right now, J. Lozada, I am using T5. So I'm using the toner grays for her hair. I used the cool grays, which have a bit more of a bluish undertone for her jacket. Stever! Yay! I need more Southeast appearances. Okay, well, I might try out for MegaCon again this year, but that's very, very Southeast. Guys, Steve was such a game changer for me at the convention this last weekend, and I'm gonna have Arctic Wonder helping me next weekend, and I have Dan and Kara this weekend. It's just so many awesome friends and family and everybody to help me at the shows. You guys rock. For anyone who's helped me or even watched the booth for a minute so I can run and get some coffee, I heart you all. Thank you. I have never been to Dragon Con. Steve, is it going to drive you nuts if I call you Stever? Oh, yeah? Well, they didn't say no. I got put on a wait list, and that's kind of weird. Oh, you're awesome. It's a habit of mine. I know. It's because it's Steve with the R right after it, so it's Stever. I've done Heroes Con once, but it was like my very, very first year in comics. So chances are, you know, I should probably give it another shot. If it bugs you, Steve, I really hope you tell me. You can always message me on Facebook or text me or something and be like, Dawn, that's so fucking annoying. Can you just stop already? You can tell me that. Because I personally don't like being called Donnie or Dwani or any of those, so I get it. I feel like Dragon Con is more cosplay oriented, which is why I haven't really done it. It doesn't? Okay. You're very patient, Steve. So the reason why I had to run down and answer the door for the FedEx is because I'm mailing a box to Baltimore of my art books, and I kind of need it to go today, or I may not have it next week. So that is the issue. And then Steve, like a sweetheart, forwarded any leftover stuff I had from Cincinnati to Baltimore. So I am just like so grateful. Yes, I've heard it's one giant party too, and it runs for like 5 or 6 days or something like that, which is just too long for me to be away from family. And I'm not a party animal at all. It's an October con in 2000. Okay, well then, where are you whispering at me, Devin? I'm not hearing the whispers. You gotta like tell me which is your local con. Do you know? Send me an actual message. I know, Steve is amazing. I'm so grateful. Honestly, I had every intention of getting my books and boxes, like my art books, and the whole box situation sorted. And then Steve and Arctic Wonder coordinated amongst themselves to take care of the box for me. And so by the time I was about to like get to it on my to-do list of like, okay, I need to contact the boys and see if everything's good with the boxes, it's already done. They're amazing. One big party from Thursday to Monday. I mean, that sounds amazing if you don't have family to get home to. In my case, that's a little too long. No, I understand. I just need to get home and take care of my kids because I have 3 children. It's true, Scott. I haven't seen you in a long time. That's amazing. Well, yeah, I mean, I've had artists say it's such a good show. It just seems a little much for me to take on right now. Maybe once my kids are older and stuff, I will. Yeah, that's right, Nick. Alright, so now I'm going to put a little bit of highlight here. So I've really used the paper as my white and never kind of gone over it with a white colored pencil, but I have been seeing how wonderful it looks when a few other artists that I admire, like I was next to Mike Chrome a lot over the weekend. So our booths were right next to each other, and so I watched him doing a lot of his sketches, and he uses the white colored pencil quite a bit. So And I really love how it looks, so I'm just trying it out here. That's one thing that's so fun about comic book conventions is during the day you don't really have time to go and talk to a bunch of other artists and really hang out and stuff, but in the evenings people will like hang out in the hotel lobby and talk shop, and you can just learn so much and just pick other artists' brains, and it really makes a difference as far as like I a lot of times I'll come home with like new ideas and more inspiration, and oh my goodness, I'm gonna try something new, or I'm gonna use this tool and that thing, and it's so like artistically inspiring to just talk shop like that. I love it. All right, I'm trying to see. Oh, that's awesome, Rogue Princess. I see what you're saying, Devin. Okay, well then I have heard your background scheming, and you've mentioned it a couple times, but I don't even know what show it is or anything like that. So like, fill me in on the rest. At least what's the show called? Where is it? You know, all that kind of stuff, so I can start thinking. Especially if it's in October, I need to plan. Oh, definitely a visual artist. It's so fun to talk shop. And you guys are right, it does give a nice depth to it. So the pencil I'm using is it's a Caran d'Ache permanent color. And it's called Luminous 6901, and this is white. Because I do see a lot of artists like will post videos of them doing like quick draws and stuff like that, and I can never tell what pencil it is they have. And some pencils are better than others. So this is the one I'm trying right now. I do know that there are other artists who use other ones. Yes, this is a waxy type of one, Gabriel. So like now that it's down, I can't go over it with Copic marker, which is, I'm cautious about putting this down, but I do know that that's as much as I wanted to do with her hair. So I was done and I can use it now. But I'll be very careful at any other time. I have marker all over my hands. I'll be careful at any other time to save this as a last step. So this is like, do it at the end, once you're done. I am drinking the Reese's chocolate milk. Yes, my daughter, like an angel, brought me one as a little gift during my Twitch stream. Isn't that sweet? Aw. Yes, whisper me, Devin. Whispers. That's good. At least it's not over Halloween. I do really try to be home for Halloween so I can take my youngest trick-or-treating. It's very hard for him when mommy isn't home for trick-or-treating. So these portions are a bit more matte. Well, not this part. This one is shiny, so I'm gonna... El Jefe Todd, hello! You notice some artists don't give out too much of their secrets. Well, I try to be respectful about it. And I certainly wouldn't want to push someone, you know, I'll ask a question or be like, are you using, what colored pencil do you use? And if they volunteer the information, that's awesome. If not, well, you know, that's okay. I'll just, you know, use a different pencil or something like that. But generally, I haven't run into artists being all that cagey about it. Everybody seems pretty happy to help. No, he does not have his costume picked out. I am not sure what it is he wants to do this year. And Vienna and her friends are starting to talk about what they're gonna do. It's true. Everybody was so nice in Cincinnati. It was awesome. Oh, and you know, speaking of amazing, kind artists, I've got to show you guys something. I don't know if any of you remember, but I was talking about how Copic marker was out of the opaque white. Here, I'll show you guys right here so you can see it. This is the Copic opaque white jar. I love this, and I ran out like a couple months ago, and they have not had it in Copic and not at my local art store or Michael's. Now, this stuff is like the light of my life when it comes to commissions. I love Copic opaque white. I use it all the time. And I have to send so much love, and I'll make a post about this, but Christina Dieck Linsner had an extra jar, and just, I don't know, she like felt it in the universe or something, but she came up to me and was like, hey, I have an extra Copic opaque white. It's brand new. Would you like one? Would you like it? Could you use it for anything? And she was trying to explain to me what Copic opaque white was, and I was like, oh my God, hun, I need one. I use it all the time, and they're sold out. Seriously? And she's like, oh, okay, I'll bring it by for you. And she actually gave me a jar of Copic opaque white. Now that is art kindness, like crazy. I can't even believe it. It's true. It makes me very sad when the kids have all this candy and I don't get any. Christina is such a sweetheart. Anyway, I have to write her and thank her as well, because she's just so sweet to think about that. And you know, she just randomly on a whim offered me the opaque white, and it's like, oh my God, that is so sweet. How could she know that I desperately needed it and had been out for months? No, guys, there actually is something called the mommy tax, and I invoke the mommy tax, and generally the kids are pretty used to the mommy tax, that they'll give me a few, but it's usually like 2 or 3 of the ones they don't like. And bear in mind, they come home with a pillowcase full. Yes, mommy tax is a thing. It is real. And I 100% invoke mommy tax. Really, what needs to happen is I need to stop eating so much candy, or wanting it. That's what it is. I really need to grow up in my taste buds. That's what has to happen right about now. Okay, so her jacket is done. Her gloves and her pants are, I'm gonna do with toner gray. So it's a lot more of a flat gray as opposed to the cool grays that have a bluish undertone. Oh my God, that's amazing, Rogue Princess. That works out so good. Yes, I get the caramels and the coffee crisps, neither of which I like. Right? Yes, I'm picking up the kids at 4 again. Well, Vienna had a half day, but the other two don't. So yeah, I'm picking them up at 4. Thank you for remembering, Nick. And also, I have a alarm set so that I don't get on a roll and completely forget. Or not forget my kids, but lose track of the time. That's actually what happens. I'm not gonna forget my kids. All right, so I'm gonna try starting out with T5 just to be safe. I can darken, I can't exactly lighten. So I'm gonna start with like a good mid-range gray. And then that'll leave space, that can be the highlight, and then I'll add the shadows on top. Yeah, I have to set an alarm now for literally everything. And in order for me to like get to shows on time, I've started setting like timing alarms from A to B and all the steps. Okay, get out of bed by here. Then there's an alarm for when I need to be dressed. Then there's an alarm when my hair needs to be done. And then there's like, I'm starting to plan it out in stages to make sure I'm like on time or close to it. Well, no, it's 2:26 here, Steve. So I think you're an hour ahead of me. I have to answer one thing really quick. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. All right, back to this. So the pants, now, okay, this is the thing that's the real big question of the day, is what color am I gonna make the background of this? Because like we talked about yesterday, I want to do the whole ghost looking thing, shining, glowing sword. So I need a good color for the background. Oh, multitask mommy. Thank you, Sebastian. I try to keep my phone usage to a very minimum, but sometimes I have to answer certain things. Yes, if I do that. I'm not currently planning on making this into a print, but yes, if I do, always the original owner gets a free print as soon as it's ready. Except in Arctic Wonder's case, I completely forgot to send him one and he had to wait 6 months, which is very bad Dawn. But yes, in general, I try to do that right away. Oh, you're amazing, Gabriel. Yeah, it's brewing in the back of my mind. I'm trying to think about what would be the right color to do, or a mix of colors. I mean, she's from the Suicide Squad movie, right? So there are some really crazy psychedelic colors going on. I could go nuts. So I'm just trying to think about A, what I feel like doing, and B, what I have time for, since I need to turn this over tomorrow. So I can't go full crazy on it. I don't know if you guys can hear the squeaking. I know it really irks some people, the sound of the marker squeaking. For me, it's super dry marker sound. Really, it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. But when it's just the sound of the marker, when it still has ink in it going over the paper, that doesn't bother me. It's super weird. It doesn't pick up on your sound? Yeah, that's true, Devin. The mint green. That's a scary one. That's a scary one to try. Oh, yes, definitely, Scott. It's just a, you know, a matter of scheduling and all of that. For me, it's the nails on the chalkboard. That sound. Oh, just thinking about it, just ooh. ASMR markers, that's right. So the back legs should be in a bit more shadow, so that's why I'm darkening this side, and I'm just using the next marker up. It's T6. Oh really? That's interesting. I guess it's because my mic is right up here. Hey Hydro Evolutions, hello! Oh my god. Affleck is still Batman? Someone told me he was gone. Oh my god. If he's still there, that's great. And Cavill, I did hear that was just a troll or some kind of fake, I don't know, rumor. So what is actually happening? Are they both still here? Oh, you're so welcome, Jason. They're both still here. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, that makes me so happy. Somebody told me that, or somehow I got the impression, I knew that the Cavill one was false, but the Ben Affleck one is just the worst. Affleck has pushed making the Batman, and Cavill was just the internet needing. Okay. Alright, sorry. Hair is bothering me. Need it out of my way. I'm so glad that they're both still here. Thank God. Because, in my opinion, you know, and I don't need everybody to agree with me for sure. You don't have to. But I think that Henry Cavill literally is the best Superman. His face is freaking Superman. Like, you know, he is Superman. It will not work. Like, once you've had Cavill as Superman, I don't really think anyone else is gonna look right. And I am literally talking about his face. It's so perfectly Superman. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, good. I'm so happy to hear that neither of them are gone. That makes me so happy. Number one is Reeves. Okay, I can see that for sure. And, you know, but even so, if you really break down their faces, they're very similar. I agree. Affleck is great for bats. Right? I agree with you, R.S. Bernard. As far as Affleck, so what is he gonna do? He's gonna have someone else direct it, right, Devin? For sure, I get that, Gabriel. It's the first one you saw, so yes. Oh no, I'm glad you didn't. He definitely looks the part. Oh, you like the actor from the Batman Knight movies. What's his name again? My God, I'm the worst with names. I am the worst with names. He was a good Batman for sure. It's just, to me, his face is a little narrow for a Batman. So it always kind of threw me, even though he's an amazing actor and did very well. He did good as a Bruce Wayne, but he didn't look the part. Once the cowl was on him and the whole mask and everything like that, his face was too narrow, in my opinion. Christian Bale, that's right. I can see that. Too much by committee shit. I know I went on a huge rant a few weeks ago about my respect for Affleck as far as Batman. And it still stands. Massive, massive respect for how much he had to get in shape for that. Oh my god, hey, Wayne! It was amazing. Buzz was freaking hilarious. Oh my god. He was, oh yeah. I can't even. It was so funny. And you know, I gotta admit, Buzz knew that I was nervous because I'd never done one before. So when they were walking all of us to the hall and he heard I'd never done one before, he was like, okay, I'm just gonna make this fun and funny. And he did everything he could to take, you know, the attention off of me and my nerves and to make it just a big, fun, funny event for everybody. And he rocked it. Like, I hope that one day when I am in Buzz's position and I'm there with a newbie artist to a sketch duel, that I kind of do the same thing, where he was pretty much like, I got you. We're gonna make this fun and funny, and kind of flip the whole thing on its side, and it's not gonna be everybody fiercely drawing and dueling, you know? And it was really amazing, and I will heart Buzz forever for that. Also, we were just pissing ourselves with laughter. Yeah, I think so too, Gabriel. Alright, I don't know the Witcher thing, so I can't answer on that. Yes, there was a sketch duel, Hydra Evolutions. Okay, so what that is it's basically a panel. The audience chooses something for the artist to draw, and we have 40 minutes to draw it. And this time it was a sketch that we needed to do. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. We needed to draw Ghost Rider on a scooter. And so that was our thing to draw. No, there was no winner. It was kind of just everybody having a good time. And then the winners were the people who won the raffle to get the original pieces. Who's Buzz? His name is Aldrin A-U-A-W is his actual name. So like Buzz Aldrin. Aldrin is his first name. And so he's nicknamed Buzz. He is an amazing artist. He's worked for everybody in the industry, and he is hilarious. You should be there when I'm behind Buzz's table working as an undoc. Oh my god, that's amazing. I would love to see that. Alright, I am looking for tea. Yes, my table was right by Mike Chrome's in Cincinnati. I'm not sure we're next to each other in Baltimore, though. I still am waiting for all of that information. Yeah, we had booths this time. It was crazy awesome. The thing is I have tried a booth for other conventions. I did a booth for Emerald City Comic Con, and it's one thing when you're in like an artist booth section where all the artists that are guests have booths, and a completely different situation if you're just kind of rocking up to Emerald City or New York and you're usually in Artist Alley, and then you, for random reasons, decide to get a booth. No one knows where you are, because everyone looks for me in Artist Alley, and then I'm not there, so they figure I'm not there. So it's one of those things that if I was gonna go into booths full time, I would need to make a solid decision that I'm going to booths and literally stay in booths. And it'll take people a few years to realize that's where I am now. Like for Campbell, you never look for him in Artist Alley anymore. He's always at a booth on the main floor, you know? So that's kind of where it is. He should. I talked to him about coming here for Calgary, and we'll see. Are you serious? You're coming to Baltimore? That's amazing, Wayne. And of course, no need to bring any goodies. That was so sweet of you. But of course, it's not a requirement under any circumstances. It'll just be so good to see you there. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, there was quite the lineup. It was so much fun. Chrome is thinking about it though, Nick. It's a long trip for him to make, so, you know, he has to think about it, see if there's other things he can do here and stuff like that to make it worth that long trip. But he's thinking about it. All right, just getting these pants finished up. All right. Oh, bye, Steve. Oh, interesting. No, I haven't done that, Gabriel. It's a good idea. Hans is here. Hi, Hans. You know what? I did that once, Tyler. I should do that again for sure. Thank you, Hans. All right, so now I just need to do the gloves, and I'm almost done here with all the blacking. And then I really need to make some decisions as far as the background color. That's gonna be the next big thing to figure out. so glad you have. That's awesome. Oh, he did. That's interesting, Gabriel. I didn't know that. Yes, I'm a hot chocolate person. It's true, it probably would, Gabriel. Sebastian, I'm still trying to decide on that because I want to have the sword glowing, so it needs to be up against a color that'll show off that glow clearly. Oh, and I need to do her eyes. Gotta remember what for the weekend? Hot chocolate? So I might do red on the inside of her shirt again. Something. I'm not entirely sure yet, Sebastian. Yeah, I am thinking I would like something Suicide Squad movie-esque for there. Dan, Brian Polito. All right, I'm gonna do red on the inside of her jacket because I wanna. So right now I'm using my darkest red that I have. It's called dark red. Oh my goodness. Dab pad to the rescue. It was going to do a giant glob right on her boob, and that would have ruined the entire commission. So for anyone who uses Copic markers, get yourself a dab pad. It literally just saved my commission to have that little piece of paper right there. What about cherry blossoms? That's interesting. Dab pad to the rescue. That's right. Literally just saved the commission. Well, I'm going to go take a look at the Suicide Squad movie poster for her. So I want to see what background color they've actually allocated to her as a character. Because they kind of did a little like me on each one of them. Okay, well there's the fluorescent green, obviously, but I'm talking about one with her as a character because I know they did them. Well, they've got red for her, but I've already got red with her. It's kind of like a reddish brown. I really love the whole look that they gave everything with the movie posters. Everybody has their own skull. I mean, it's freaking genius. Well, for starters, let's get her eyes in. So I'm going to put some gold flecks in her eyes, which means I'm going to just fill the whole thing with gold to start with. And then I'll add in some darker brown and leave the gold areas blank. Forgot what? Alright, let me see. Yeah, it does. It has graphite. You know, color pencil might actually be a decent idea. It's a good idea. Well, for now, I'm going to keep working on the actual piece, and then I'll move on to that stuff after. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding in the gold as well. And gold is fun. It's very, very fun. But actually, I need to add in a bit more of the blacks before I can put in the golds. So let's get that done first. All this needs to be filled in. And this needs to be filled in. So it looks like I'm covering this up, but I can still see the flower through a little bit. And that's all I need in order to get, that's all I need to be able to see enough to do the gold on her flower. So I'm gonna make these pop a little bit more and actually have more highlight than they technically do on her, the pictures of her, and that's just so that they pop out in front of everything that's going on, because she does have a lot of detail and stuff happening. So I want them to shine a little bit more. I really liked it, Devin. Like, really, really liked it. All right, let's do some fun gold paint. I love this part. I just need to go get some water for my little watercolor brush, but this is the part that will be really fun because you guys will actually be able to see it this time, whereas most of the time a photograph doesn't show up the awesome that is metallic watercolor. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a little bit of watercolor right here. I mean, I have some water in my little case, so that's how I do it, so that I don't usually have water around my desk. It's very dangerous, but this is my little paint pot, and I love this metallic gold. It is the funnest thing to work with, but you have to really get up a lot of the color into it. Oh, thank you, Rogue Princess. So you really want to have as much of that metallic awesome sauce on your brush as possible. So this is an old Winsor & Newton Series 7 pen brush that I've had for years. And I don't ink with it anymore. I used to be really into brush line inking. I don't do it, but I do use this for details like this, and it's amazing. You almost have to get it that the paint is like a paste on your brush. So it's a little harder to work with at the time, but it's so opaque and powerful. And this whole flower is metallic gold. Hey, the frying pan. Hey, Lino. Hey, Jeff. I'm so glad you guys could make it. So this paint does tend to dry out really quickly. I guess it's all the little metallic bits of dye or something that make it so that you gotta use it like a paste almost in order to really set down enough of that opaque gold color. But then also it dries out really quickly. So you gotta just keep reworking it. Add more on, do a couple layers if you need to really get that amazing opaque look to the paint, which I love. And also, it's a plus to not have it too watery because you don't want it to warp the paper, because this is not watercolor paper. So it's almost to your benefit in many different ways if you keep the paint pretty thick. Okay, so she has a flower here as well. So here, it's just the line art for the flower. It isn't colored in. And I am 100% inking with more of a paste than ink or watercolor. So just make it a nice thick paste. I'm just gonna make these stand out like this as well, because there is a little bit of like texture on the knee patch, and it looks kind of like it's got the same goldish color, so I'm just doing a few little dots to help this part stand out. There we go. More sparkle. What makes you select this paint over like a jelly roll or marker? Right now, Gabriel, it's because my gold jelly roll is dried out and I haven't had a chance to get to Michael's. But also this is stronger with more sparkle to it, for sure. So it started out as necessity and then has gone to, I like it better. All right, and then this part is also gold. And it has some little black dots on it. And so those I'll do once this is dry, just with a black pen. There we go. Ooh, I like gold. You know what, Hans? I'm not sure what kind of gold paint it is, but I do know that they have it. It's like, honestly, if you get any little paint pot of metallic gold at your local art store, it'll be this one because it's the only one I've really seen here in Canada. All right, so now all I'm doing, I'm gonna set this aside so I can show you guys without ruining my work. Yeah. Okay, set this aside. I'm just doing a little roll on the side with the brush so it just presses some of the gold out because I'm not gonna go wash my brush right now and everything. I'll just do this for now and then keep working on the actual piece. But this kind of cleans out at least a majority of the color. And then I just take it like this and do the same thing because I'm trying to mostly get it out of the very edge right here where it connects to the handle. I'm not entirely sure what that's called, but anyway, I just do that to clean the brush. The gold pops. Yay, I'm glad it does. So just close that so I don't have spilling anywhere. All right. Just gonna grab my colored pencils while I'm thinking about what to do with the background. Because for starters, I do want to have a little bit of texture and muck on her shirt. Because her shirt is not perfectly clean. It's got some dirt on it, so I'm using a colored pencil for that. And then it's just a tan, like a desaturated tan color. Oh yeah, look at how dirty my hands get when I'm working. It's crazy. This is always such a mess. Hello, Tom. I'm so glad you made it. Thankfully, Copic, I mean, it's almost impossible to wash this off. Like, if I go and wash my hands with soap and water, they'll look exactly like this when I'm done, which makes it nice, honestly. In one way, it's really good, and then in other ways, it sucks, because I'll walk around trying to look like, you know, a good housewife, you know, mom, work from home mom, and then I have these, like, gnarly, filthy hands. But, on the other hand, it's not going to transfer to the work. So in that way, I'm really happy. Right? Or some very dirty individual. Oh, see you later, Nick. I love you. Background color, I don't know what to do. I'm going to keep stalling. Thank you, Sebastian. I need some of these things to pop from the rest, so that's where the jelly roll comes in play. everyone I was finger painting with the kids. Oh yay, I'm glad that you're able to use them, Hans. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more red right here. Because I'm gonna do all the highlights with colored pencil. Trying it out this time. I've never really used it a ton for highlights, but I'm pretty excited with how it's been looking. Oh yeah, this is 100% the funnest part, and this is where I go full into my own world and start taking way too long to finish it up because I can just, the detail possibilities are endless. Okay, so I'm using a Caran d'Ache Luminance colored pencil here in white to add some pops of highlight. Hopefully you guys can see. No, I'm leaving at like 4 o'clock, so there's more time. It's another 40 minutes before I need to go. And hey, Philip. I am setting up for tomorrow. I mean, for tomorrow in Edmonton, yes. So we'll be driving out tomorrow morning and make it there with enough time for me to set up and start for the show. So we'll leave early in the morning. Oh, thank you, Sebastian. This is a commission, so it's a one-off for the man who commissioned it. I'm sorry about that. No, me too. I hope it doesn't snow too much as well. Or we're gonna be really, really stuck. But I don't think it's gonna snow tonight, is it? Winter is coming. Yeah, you know, I am gonna put some cuts on her. She has a few cuts that I need to add, but it's a good idea to give her a few little cuts right there as well. So yeah, I probably will. And I forgot one little part with the gold that I need to do. No, it's not snowing here yet. You found a 4-foot nutcracker? Damn! That's awesome! We do not have Hobby Lobby here. It makes me very sad. Where we're going tomorrow, Lino, is 3 hours north of here, and it will be snowing in Edmonton. So Calgary's a little further south than Edmonton, so it's a bit colder up there. I know, we have no Hobby Lobbies here in Canada. It makes me rather sad because they do have a ton of really fun art supplies. Okay, I'm just gonna put some little, like, random designs here on her pants because I don't want to write the wrong kanji, and I don't know how to write kanji, and I certainly wouldn't want to write something wrong, so I'm just kind of doing little scribbles. There. Because she has little gold, she has like a gold strip of words going down her pants on that side. Oh, Philip, yes, they were very happy with the patch. Thank you. Stethoscope is awesome. They're very, very kind to me about my work. Oh, Mike is back. Yay! That's mean, Tom. Aw. So mean. Okay, guys, moment of truth. Time to decide on the background color. Oh, her sword has, like, skulls that go off of it. Oh, that's interesting. It's like... Yeah, that's super cool. Neon green. Whoo, boy. That is an interesting one. I don't know how cool I feel about that. It's neon green mixed with pink splatter. It's a very, like, bold choice. But yes, that's probably what I do need to do. Yes, exactly. No, it's not a no, it's just a like, oh my god, that's exciting. No, I do not absolutely need a background. I just wanted to put the souls on there. Oh, you guys voted no, huh? Leave it blank. Okay, I will leave it blank and then just have the souls coming out in, like, I don't know, some kind of color. That's what I could do. I could make the souls be a very light green coming off from her sword. That would work. How does a commission drawing work? Yes, ghostly souls, that's right. You guys are amazing. It's true, sometimes less is more, and it looks a lot better when there's less. You guys rock. All right, so we'll need to do the swords and all of that stuff. So I need to get... Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't see if you voted. Well, I'll probably do an outer line around her. I generally do that to kind of get her, like, it connects the character to the background. Oh, that would be really cool, Dan. Oh, sorry, Mike. Well, this is my lightest green, so I'm probably gonna use that. And then what I'm gonna have to do is make the ghostly souls and all of that stuff. I'm gonna have to work in reverse, right? I'm just taking a look at her sword. I'm gonna do it with light blue. And I'll just put some green splatter around at the bottom. I'll put some white splatter around. It's true. Surprise! Getting everybody. All right, so now I'm just gonna do a very, very light pencil draw of a bunch of skulls so that I can have a basic idea of what it is I want to do. So for that, I actually have a picture of a skull in a bunch of different directions. You know, like a skull. Actually, fuck that. Why do I even need that? I have my little desk skull. Hold please, desk skull to the rescue. Oh, wait, it's right here. It's a little candle holder, and I keep my kneaded erasers in there. So then this, obviously drawing a skull is not a problem, but it is super handy to just have one to look at. Okay, so those are just directional lines. Oh, I hope so. You guys are so kind. Thank you. Thank you. So it's mostly eyes that it seems like the skull has. So it's not like, oh yes, here's tons of heads on a stick. It is very just the impression of skulls. So that's what I'm gonna do. Gabriel, that's just cruel to tell me that. So mean. I want to be there so bad. Arctic saves the day. No, yeah, Steve was also trying to take me to Target, but the thing is I can't carry any of it home. So, you know, then it's just kind of super sad because I'm so near and yet so far. Oh, you guys are so epic. All right, I will do my best. No excuses. It really does, Gabriel. Oh, thank you so much. No, Shane, this is not a glossy cover. This is a matte piece of drawing paper. All right, so now I'm gonna lightly erase this and put a very light pencil lines. I don't even want to ink it. I want it to be just barely so I can see it. And actually, I'm only going to do like the illusion of a face over here. I don't want to go too far with this to where it's like, it's overpowering, right? All of these are now face shapes on her thing. So I don't want to make them too much. Then I have to be extremely careful by the spine here. Where's my kneaded eraser? Here we go. I might just make it and be done with this one in time with all of you guys. I so hope I can. So I'm gonna not go too detailed with this. I'm gonna keep it really loosey-goosey and try to finish it up on stream. I have 20 minutes. Let's do this. So I'm gonna have to cover up some of those ink lines with like a jelly roll pen. Do I have a date stamp? I do not. How did I learn proportions? Lots of trial and error, that's for sure. Alright, so I'm just going to clean up some of the lines, and I don't want them all to be perfectly complete. I want little bits and cuts and portions of them to kind of be blowing off. I don't want it to look like head, 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 head. Oh, it just takes so much practice, Anna, and you know, it's just keep drawing, just keep trying, read books on it. If you look at my About Me questions, I recommend some art books to use. All of that stuff is super helpful, and you'll learn a lot just by doing that and observing. Hey, Savannah! Yeah, I do really like the stamps. I think it's a really cool idea. Okay, I might do a really light line, or it's just gonna take me so long. I have an incredibly light inking pen that, you know, is almost impossible to see. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use it right now. Just for a little basic outline of what it is I'm going for here. Oh, that is so cool, Devin. I do have my logo on my website, Devin, in case that helps. Alright, so now I'm just going to erase whatever lines I've drawn in here that have not been handled by my little light pen. You'll see it's quite light, but it's just enough that I can kind of see a basic of what I was planning. See, I really just want the hint of skulls, not tons and tons of perfectly shaped little heads. Hey, Tranquil Mist. Hey, Bruno. How are you? Oh, thank you for the time notice, you guys. You are awesome. Certainly not trying to be late to pick up my boy. Oh, that is awesome. And I'm gonna be done in 10 minutes, so no worries on that. Thank you so much for dropping in, though. That is true. Probably not until next week. My guess is Tuesday or Wednesday I'll be back. And then it's packing up and heading to Baltimore. You know what? I never made that into a print, Hans. I did have a couple of the books though that I could bring. You're so awesome, Tom. Thank you. I will not be too tired for Tucson at all. I'm so excited to be there. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Rogue. Have a good one. Or Rogue Princess. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, hello, Hangfire. Are you Clay? Make a list of art light streams you can do between cons so that you can take a break. Oh, that's a good idea, Devin. My goodness, you're just so full of good ideas. Oh, Nick. Okay. Which Nick? All right, I'm at the 4-minute mark. So I'm gonna have to at least show you guys how I'm gonna make it all fit together, but I doubt I'm gonna finish the entire thing here because I don't wanna rush it. Like, it's super nice to be able to finish on stream, but if I've got a few extra things I need to do, I really don't wanna screw up the whole piece by like hurrying to be done. I don't always think that's the best course of action to take. So I'm gonna be a little cautious about rushing through this final bit, but I will of course post it on my Facebook page for everybody to see once it's done. But honestly guys, this has been so freaking fun to do with all of you, and you know, I really appreciate the input, the ideas, the like how you guys kind of pulled me back and said less is more. That kind of stuff is really, really valuable because sometimes it's just like, you know, for me at least, the desire to do a good job can kind of become overkill in some ways, you know? Like I want to do it right and then I just basically add too much in and it almost like it's too much, you know? So I'm so glad that you guys talked me down from doing that really intense color scheme because I actually think this looks much better and is actually a lot more in keeping with her personality. So I really like that. Oh, sorry, work night's busy. Oh, thank you so much, Gabriel. And Tom and Mike, you guys are amazing. It has been so fun to hang out with you. And I will most certainly post lots of pictures and stuff from Edmonton Expo. So if you haven't already, definitely follow me on Instagram or Facebook. And then, of course, I will be back. And I'll try to do a couple streams next week before I head out to Baltimore Comic-Con. And then my 3 in 3 will be done. So it'll be good. No, you never do that. All right. I have 2 minutes before my alarm rings at me, and I always tend to jump, so I'm warning you all in advance. If I jump, I prepare myself for my alarm and still get freaked out every time. But then I'm gonna have to run, and I still need to pack for the show. And I told Kara I was gonna bring a bunch of clothes for her, so I need to look through and find stuff for her and pack everything. So I'm definitely a little on the late side in preparation, but it's no problem because I don't have to worry about weighing everything. So I can just throw it all in the back of the car and sit in the passenger seat, and Dan will take care of the rest. Woo! I love you all a ton. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. Each one of you rocks so hard. This has been a ton of fun. I'll at least show you guys. Hopefully you can see the metallic gold. Shine, shine, bling, bling. And so literally all I need to do is just finish this up, and then I'm gonna do just a light blue outline. There's my alarm. Alrighty. I love you all a ton. I'll see you later, and I'll post a complete picture of this on my Facebook page soon. Have a good one and enjoy your weekend. Love you all a ton. Thank you so much for hanging out. Mwah. See you later.